Salutations! Thank you for lending an ear to The Voice of the Times for Thursday, October 14, 2021. For today's editorial, IMF casts doubt on its own credibility.
On Monday or Tuesday in Manila, the executive board of the International Monetary Fund surprised most observers by issuing a statement in support of IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva and retaining her in her current post. The IMF board's decision to retain Georgieva was an error and unnecessarily raises questions about the integrity and credibility of the institution. Georgieva was widely expected to be asked to resign in the wake of allegations that she was involved in data manipulation involving the World Bank's Doing Business 2018 report while she was the CEO of that institution. In an investigation conducted on behalf of the World Bank board by an outside law firm, it was found that several changes to data were made to give China a higher score in the report. At the time the report was being compiled in 2017, the World Bank was campaigning to increase its capitalization through contributions from shareholder countries, of which China is one of the largest. Georgieva, a Bulgarian economist, was selected as managing director of the IMF in 2019, replacing Christine Lagarde, who now heads the European Central Bank. Georgieva, who ironically came into the IMF with a reputation for integrity, is the first head of the IMF from a developing nation. In a statement issued on October 11, the IMF board said it had conducted a series of 8 meetings, including 2 with representatives from WilmerHale, the international law firm that conducted the outside investigation for the World Bank. The IMF concluded, the executive board considered that the information presented in the course of its review did not conclusively demonstrate that the managing director played an improper role regarding the Doing Business 2018 report when she was CEO of the World Bank. Having read the report submitted by WilmerHale to the World Bank, it is apparent to us that the IMF Executive Board has engaged in semantic hair-splitting. It is true that the investigation did not find Georgieva committed any overt act of wrongdoing, but it certainly did not exonerate her. The report strongly suggests that Georgieva was aware of the efforts to improve China's standing in the Doing Business 2018 report, as that initiative had come from then World Bank President Jim Yong Kim, and the report does not state that Georgieva made any effort to speak up or stop unethical actions from being carried out. More significantly, the World Bank's own internal investigation of potential misconduct has not yet been completed, which the IMF board's statement even acknowledged. That investigation, which would be the final word on the matter, might indeed find Georgieva blameless, but it has not yet. For the IMF leadership to perfunctorily do so is disrespectful to its partner institution, and raises questions about whether its commitment to maintaining the highest standards of governance and integrity in the IMF is unequivocal. It is a particularly sensitive issue to the IMF, or so one would think, because Georgieva is now the 3rd IMF managing director in succession who has been involved in some way in a high-profile scandal. It is, as they say, a bad look, even if Georgieva is eventually cleared. The proper response by the IMF board would have been to place Georgieva on leave until the World Bank completes its investigation. That would have signaled the institution's integrity while still being fair to Georgieva, and the result of it, whatever it would have been, would have put a firm end to any further questions. Now those questions will continue to nag, something for which the IMF has no one but itself to blame. As both a contributor to and beneficiary of the IMF, and a country that struggles with its own endemic institutional corruption, the Philippines must be concerned about the uncertainty the IMF has brought on itself about its motives and integrity. As long as Georgieva remains at the helm of the IMF while questions about her role in the World Bank controversy are unresolved, there will always be some doubt about doing business with the institution. That is something that no one needs at this critical time for the global and national economy.
And that's the editorial for Thursday, October 14, 2021. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and listen to The Voice of the Times.